Hello guys, Jerry speaking. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, episode number 237. Today we read you Disney's Little Judy Goes to Bed. So let's read it now, shall we? See what we got for us. It's Little Judy Goes to Bed. Cool, some stickers and advice from Little Judy. It's written by Nancy Parrott, and it's illustrated by Vinian Wu. Published by Random House Pictureback Book. Associated with Random House, New York. Copyright 2022 by Disney Reserve. See here, it's Judy's about to get ready for bed. So there you go with that. Anyway. Judy Hopps is having a really busy day. She and her friends are planning a community garden, busy Bunny Ball Park. Wow, okay. This is awesome, said Judy. We're going to grow the biggest, best, the most delicious vegetables ever. Wow, it makes sense anyway, so there you go on that. And it kind of makes sense to, you know what, Judy Hopps everywhere like that, so there you go on that. So there you go. Next page. Anyway, soon two of her sisters stop by the garden. They have a lecture last tomato sandwich with Judy. Wow, okay. Hey Judy, cried Daisy. I think you forgot something. Wow. You forgot to come back home for lunch, said Culver. Oh, yeah, said Judy. Well, thanks for bringing my lunch. See you. I gotta get back to work. Wow. It does make sense for Judy to come up for work anyway, so there you go on that, for that Bunny Barrel branch and everything like that. So there you go. Next page. Anyway. Later, Judy's dad shows up at her friend Barry Honeywell's house. Hi, Pumpkin, said Mr. Hopps. Came to get you. Mom wants you to help for supper, home for supper. I guess I lost track on time. Okay, Judy said. Barry and I have been working on this tree house. Wow, okay. This is amazing. Sure is, said Mr. Hopps. But we better be going. Yeah, it makes more sense in any way, even though he's working so hard to be a bear. You know, it makes sense in any way. So, there you go on that. Next page. Anyway, at home, Judy sits down to supper with brothers and sisters. Wow, that was delicious, Mom, she said. May I be excused? Yes, you may. Said Mrs. Hopps. But it's time for everyone to start getting ready for bed. Wow. I will, said Miss Judy, but I have a few things to do first. Wow, Judy, you have to do something about this thing inside that book. Jeez, even though that was great enough. Next page. Anyway. Like what? Asked Mrs. Hopps. I'm supposed to get baked cookies. For a small school bake sale. Okay? Paint my carrot sculptures for show and tell. Wow. And clean my room. And, I say those are some pretty big things. Wow. Said Mrs. Hopps. You'll be up all night. I have to agree with Mrs. Hopps with this one. That would be terrible, you know? I won't, Mom, said Miss Judy, I promise. You gotta not do that. So, there you go. At least you gotta do something about this. You need to go to bed. Please. Thank you. Next page. Anyway. Mrs. Hobbs follows Judy around the house. Well, gently remind her to get ready for bed. I think you need to wash up. Please. Brush your teeth and get in your pajamas. Thank you. Judy and Mom reach a promise. After each job, Judy will do one thing before you get ready for bed. And I don't know what is going to be happening next, but Judy, that's just me, of course. So there you go. That's pretty much answering your problems from listening to your parents. That's just me. Next page. Anyway, so Judy paints a sculpture. Then she takes a nice warm bubble bath and puts on her favorite pajamas. She tiptoed downstairs. Let's start baking, said Judy. She and Mrs. Hobbs baked carrot cookies, and then Judy helped clean up the kitchen. Now, said Mom, go brush those beautiful bunny teeth. Makes sense in any way, even though it's a great idea. And brush them, even though that makes sense in any way. Next page. Anyway, Julie brushes her teeth and goes into her room. And Julie puts her toys away in her toy box and turn down her bed so she and her get her backpack ready to go to school. Whew, said Julie. Done. And she gets a glass of water, lay her clothes out for the next day, tucks herself into bed. So that's the answer to your question, Julie. So there you go. Julie Garland, that is. Get it? I don't know. Next page. Anyway. Come on. At last, Julie called to her mom. She's getting ready for a good night's story. Mrs. Hobbs sits down in the big, comfy chair and looks at her door. Felt wide awake, Julie said. Mom, how did I tell you a bedtime story for a change? Excuse me. So anyway, I have no idea what to do next, even though she grew up to be a police officer in the Zootopia movies. That's just me. So there you go. That's your answer or anything. So there you go. Julie takes a deep breath and begins. Once upon a time, long, long ago, there was a great prize-winning carrot farmer in his family. Wait, huh? Julie sees her mom stretch out in her chair, snoring softly. She quietly, gets out of her bed and cover her mom with a quilt. Okay? Does that make more sense to you? I don't know. We'll see what happens, even though it's might be different between the quilt and the blanket from my stairs right here. So there you go. Come on. Get to the pages I'm about to turn. Jeez. Or else I'm not going to be able to finish up bedtime stories at the bag. Anyways. Next page. Anyway. I guess I'll read the little spit under the covers. So I won't wake her. Thank you. Julie reaches a flashlight and book, and she slips silently beneath the blankets. After a while, Julie pops up under the covers with the big yawn. Good night, Mom, Julie whispers, snuggling down in their soft, warm bed. Sleep tight. So there you go. That was basically what she's doing. Getting her some Z's. So there you go. And, yeah, it was all that and everything. Come on. Is that the end of this? Oh, yeah. Julie's tips for bedtime. Number 1, clean your room. Number 2, take a bath and brush your teeth. I don't do that anymore. I take a shower. That's just me. Number 3, get in your cozy pajamas like I did after I got done getting home from work. But anyway, number 4, ask a grown-up to read to you or tell you a story, which I don't do that much anymore, unfortunately. which I read during taping time. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I won't. We'll see what happens. And number 5, close your eyes and get ready for some sweet dreams. That I unfortunately cannot do. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do hide under the pillows because of it's a long story. Because when I was a little kid, okay, there was Lunette, the big comfy couch, saying that get ready for the 10-second time. Ready, set, go. And all of a sudden she just hop on there and just flipping the zip the big comfy couch in, and there's just like doo, and just that would creep me out a little bit, and that's why I hide even the pillow in my eyes. So that was more easier than just close my eyes a little bit. But overall, so that was little Judy Goes to Bed. What I think about this book? It was amazing. So far, this book was a success. That was the Bedtime Stories episode number. Oh boy. Episode number 237. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned. The next one's going to be Bedtime Stories episode number 238. I'm not sure what's going to be the next episode going to be as of yet. But let's see what happens. Now, excuse me. I got to get another. I got to get uploaded, go to bed, and probably post more social media before I get some sleep. Till next time, so Joseph Bobby, baby. Come on, business pursue. So, out. See ya.